BTS news today. The world of K-pop has once again been rocked with emotional news coming from two BTS members, Jimin and Jungkook. Amid the rush of the military and the physical distance that separates them, a frank statement from Jimin has stolen the attention of millions of ARMY around the world. But even more surprising was the reply from Jungkook that came after. This moment became a heated discussion not only among fans, but also in the Korean and international media. It all started with a limited broadcast that aired exclusively to fans through their official community platform. In the broadcast, Jimin was seen sitting in a simple room, wearing his official clothes, but with a face that looked softer than usual. He opened the conversation with a quiet tone, as if he had long harbored something so deep in his heart. Jimin started by talking about the hard times since they entered the military. He said that the separation, although temporary, is not an easy thing to deal with, especially when all the members have been accustomed to relying on each other for more than a decade. He told how his days felt empty when he didn't hear Jungkook's laughter or jokes in the morning. For him, Jungkook is not just a coworker, but someone whose existence becomes an important part of his life as an ordinary human being. Sometimes I think, how's he doing today? Did he sleep well? Does he still remember the little things we used to do together? Jimin said with a trembling voice. I never thought I would miss someone so much. Suddenly, the recognition made the mood of fans watching change dramatically. Not a few immediately cried or wrote thousands of comments of support in the online community. Not only because those words came from Jimin, who had been known to be quite secretive about his deepest feelings, but also because his honesty felt so real and loving. Jimin went on to say that all this time he tried to be tough, but his heart could not lie. He admitted that Jungkook is a very significant figure in his life, and that it is not only because they have been together for so many years, but because there is an inner bond that is difficult to describe in ordinary words, if I may say so. I love Jungkook as a whole human being. He's part of my life, of myself, she said, lowering her head. The sentence immediately blew up social media. The hashtags #JiminUncapParasan and #JungkookDimina are trending on various platforms such as Twitter, Instagram, and Weverse. Fans around the world voiced their surprise, happiness, and amazement. Many did not expect that Jimin would speak so honestly and openly in public. Some ARMY even called this moment one of the most sincere confessions in BTS history. Even more shocking was when not long after the broadcast, a message from Jungkook appeared. This message did not come from a live broadcast, but through a handwritten letter sent officially by the agency and published on the community channel. The letter is written in blue ink on plain white paper, but every word in it has a very deep emotional weight. In the letter, Jungkook wrote that he received all the words from Jimin, and that he read them repeatedly while crying. I didn't know what to say when I first saw and heard what you said, Jungkook wrote, but my heart immediately felt calm, at the same time trembling. I want to say something too. Jungkook admits that he has also missed Jimin, more than he can express. He mentioned how the sound of Jimin's laughter was always a comfort to him, and how his figure was able to calm the chaos in his mind. He said that Jimin's feelings were not one way, because he also had the same taste. I was probably too scared to say it first. But if today I can speak from the bottom of my heart, then let me say this. I love you too, Jimin, she wrote. The sentence, written by Jungkook's hand, became the most shocking statement of the day. The letter spread around the world like a fire burning through a dry forest. The fans made translations into more than 20 languages in a matter of hours. International media such as CNN, BBC, Vogue, and Rolling Stone magazines also reported the moment attentively. They not only see it as a declaration of love, but also as a symbol of the emotional maturity of two men who grew up together under the spotlight of the world. What makes this moment even stronger is the response from other BTS members. RM wrote on his Instagram story an excerpt of a poem about love that grows out of friendship. Jean, who was still active on social media despite being busy as a liaison between the members, wrote the sentence, "Finally, the world knows." Suga shared a heart emoji and a short caption, "Always knew." Even J-Hope and V liked the post, giving the impression that they all knew early on about the deep connection between Jimin and Jungkook. ARMY begins to reminisce about the old moments between Jimin and Jungkook. They collected video clips from previous years that show how close the two are, from meaningful looks to moments of caring for each other amid the pressure and fatigue of the entertainment world. All of that now feels more meaningful after their official statement. Observers of Korean culture call this moment a historic event that could change the way the world views the relationship between male idols and Korean entertainment. It's not just about love, but about the courage to show affection and emotional honesty in a world full of demands for rigid masculinity, said one of the experts from Seoul University. The media began to refer to this moment as the Confession Day between Jimin and Jungkook. Some online communities have even started hosting live streaming events in different countries just to talk about the content of the letters and broadcasts they share. Some sing BTS songs with emotional overtones. Others write poetry and fan art to celebrate the openness of their hearts. What will happen after this? Will the two discuss further after discharge from military service? Many believe that this is not the end, but rather the beginning of a larger story. It is possible that when BTS regroups in full, there will be a song, documentary, or special project that talks about the depth of their relationship during these difficult times. For now, the world can only wait and continue to provide support. But one thing is certain, Jimin's honesty and courage to express his feelings have opened the door for Jungkook to do the same. And from there, millions of hearts have been touched and inspired. Love, in all its forms, cannot be hidden for long, and perhaps, today amid a busy and chaotic world, we are all witnessing one heartfelt story that will be remembered for all time. The moment Jimin opened his heart, and Jungkook reciprocated with love. The huge influence of this moment was felt not only by the ARMY, but also by many fans from outside the K-pop community. A number of psychologists and counselors have even discussed this phenomenon in podcasts and online forums, saying that the emotional openness of two publicly known young men could be a turning point in building a culture of empathy and self-acceptance among young people. Not a few also considered that Jimin and Jungkook not only showed love, but also the courage to fight social boundaries that often imprison feelings. On various digital platforms, the reaction of fans illustrates how much impact this recognition has had. Many wrote comments such as, "Thank you for giving us the courage to admit our own feelings," or "I can finally accept who I am because I see them dare to express their hearts." One of the reaction videos from Brazilian fans who cried while reading Jungkook's letter even went viral and was watched millions of times in just 24 hours. Many then wonder, how long has this feeling actually grown between them? The fans began to reassemble the narrative from the beginning of BTS's debut until now. They collected moments of Jungkook, the name fans gave to the duo, and interpreted them in a new light. A smile that used to seem like an ordinary familiarity is now considered full of meaning. Warm hugs after concerts, caring for each other when the other members are not looking, or just a look that is never expressed in words. Everything is now a puzzle piece that begins to be arranged neatly. Of course, not all parties accepted this moment with a positive reaction. There were a handful of conservatives who questioned the pair's decision to speak publicly. However, the ARMY's response was much stronger. They flooded social media with messages of love, appreciating courage, and protecting both members from any form of negative comments. One of the emerging trends is the Protect Jimin and Jungkook campaign, which garnered thousands of endorsements from various countries, including Korea, Japan, the United States, the Philippines, Indonesia, and Germany.